It's Wednesday, March 20. We have lots to tell you today. A massive ministerial outreach is underway, spanning the 15 constituencies of Georgetown. Areas being covered include Border Stabroek, East and West Campbellville, North Sophia Farmers Field, and Cummings Lodge Fields C and D, among others. Minister of Foreign Affairs Carol Greenidge, who is performing the duties of President, Minister of State Joseph Harmon, Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramjatan, Minister of Communities Ronald Bulkan, and others are at various locations to listen to the concerns of and interact with residents. Updates on the outreach will be on our website and social media. The Court of Appeal today began to hear the challenge to the Acting Chief Justice's ruling on the validity of the December 21, 2018 vote in the National Assembly.
The Court of Appeal this morning began hearing the appeal against the Chief Justice's ruling in the matter of Compton Reed challenging the validity of the vote of Charandas Prasad in the National Assembly December 21 last year. Neil Boston, appearing as counsel for the appellant this morning, argued that the Chief Justice misdirected herself on the validity of Charandas Prasad's vote. Among the observations he made is that the fact that Charandas Prasad was disqualified or unqualified to be elected to the National Assembly in itself invalidated his vote. He further argued that Charandas Prasad could not have been allowed to cause a floor and his vote treated as valid since he did not have a constituency but rather was a member of a list.
Our argument is clear that the Chief Justice misunderstood the issue before her. She should have considered the alternative position where Mr. Charandas voted contrary to Section 156(3) of the Constitution. If he has done so, we are not asking to decide whether his seat is vacant. We are saying that since he has contravened Article 163 of the Constitution, then we are complaining that the court can deal with that constitutional issue without the need for an election petition as set out in Section 40 of the National National Assembly Validity of Elections Act.
From the appeal court at Kingston with videographer Karim Peters, I am Kidaki Amsterdam for InfoHub.
The Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission today turned the sod for a $37 million building which will house its Region 3 office. Minister of State Joseph Harmon said this is part of government's program to bring service to the people.
Residents of Essequibo Island's West Demerara Region 3 will soon have access to a new Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission GLNSC sub-office costing $37 million. Minister of State Joseph Harmon explained that the construction of this new building is part of government's program of taking services to the people.
As you know, this building that will be constructed here is part of government's program of taking service to the people. It's part of our program of decentralizing government services and ensuring that it is close as possible to the way the people are.
According to the minister, there are more services that the Lands and Surveys Commission can provide to landowners that are not being fully utilized.
There are more services that the Lands and Surveys Commission can provide to landowners that are not being provided. In many cases because the landowners and land users do not recognize that there are other services which the Commission provides.
Paulette Henry, chairperson of the Board of Directors at the Commission, noted her satisfaction with the sought turning of the Region 3 office.
New building following the same theme for the persons in Region 3. as we work towards improving not only the facilities for us that matters, but the quality of service we offer to persons.
The government in 2015 had committed to linking the hinterland and other inland communities with the coastline in areas of infrastructure, education, health and telecommunications and other government-provided services to ensure an equitable standard of service nationwide. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
Potable water is now a reality for residents of Tamari North as the Basic Needs Trust Fund today commissioned a water project in the area.
More than 6,400 residents of Tamari North are expected to benefit from a $43 million water project commissioned by the Guyana Water Authority and the Basic Needs Trust Fund. We spoke to one of them, Yvonne McPherson.
It's good. It's good for the area because a lot of people didn't have water. We used to have to be buying water. At least 3-4 times a week you got to buy water. And now that we get the water, it's good.
For the 52-year-old resident who has lived in the community since 2005 and thousands of others like Colin King who also gave his story of change, the project was critically needed. The Caribbean Development Bank and the coalition government-funded project is just one of 19 sub-projects spearheaded by the Basic Needs Trust Fund. BNTF's project engineer Shabana Omar.
The project comprises of 1. The installation of 8-inch PVC pipe with a total length of 4,012 feet. 2. The installation of 4-inch PVC pipe with a total length of 21,135 feet. The installation of 4 flushout points for the network. The installation of a 50 horsepower 230-volt centrifugal booster pump at the Tamari pump station. And the construction of a district meter area chamber, most commonly known as a DMA chamber, as requested by GWI to facilitate flow monitoring activities.
The Guyana Water Incorporated, according to Managing Director Dr. Richard Van West Charles, will continue to execute its mandate of supplying potable water to communities as far as possible.
I want to say that this is a change that the government is talking about, of trying to ensure that everyone across Guyana enjoys the good life. And that is the message of our president. And so we all have to pull together. It takes time sometimes because sometimes the problems are large. But we are of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. And together we go forth, as we say, onward, backward never.
Dr. Van West Charles added that the project is part of the government's effort to ensure that Sustainable Development Goal number 6, the availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all by 2040, is attained. From a flowing pipe in Tamari North, Paul McAdam for InfoHub.
The business potential of Tushin was today explored when Minister Dominic Gaskin toured the call center constructed in the community.
The project, which was inherited from the previous administration and completed under the coalition government, is being considered as a commercial hub. Minister of Business Dominic Gaskin on Wednesday, while visiting the community, spoke with the PI.
We'd like to see how we can use this building for the benefit of the local community because a lot of money has been invested in it and we feel that it can provide good, appropriate workspace for different types of activities.
The business ministry is working on a plan to have local enterprises occupy the building.
Maybe not strictly within the community because, as I said, there are 300 workstations in here plus an administrative area that has a number of offices, so easily this building can hold 400 employees. So whatever happens here, that's what we're looking to create. Opportunities for, within that scale, we don't want to have one person renting the place and, employing 10 people. That won't make this investment worth it.
There are 2 such buildings, one in Tushan and the other at Enmore on the east coast of Demerara. Discussions are ongoing with a potential investor for the one at Enmore.
A division commander believes education is key to reducing crimes among the youth. The details and more stories after the break.
Are you ready to embark on a truly epic adventure to an undiscovered corner of South America, where some of the most spectacular natural attractions are unveiled within a beautifully diverse landscape? From the wetlands and savannas to the ancient mountains, magnificent waterways, and lush, enriching rainforest, which provide a vast playground for some of the most exotic and breathtaking creatures on the planet, including many of the world's giant species. This untouched land of mystery and wonder serves up an exclusive experience for travelers. So are you ready for a new, awe-inspiring adventure? Welcome back to nature. Welcome to Guyana.
Welcome back. A Division Commander Marlon Chapman believes one way to keep the nation's youth away from crime is to educate them.
Commander Chapman said that over the years, the Guyana Police Force has been working along with young people in various communities to get them on the right path. He said that the police force has assisted hundreds of young people in getting into institutions such as the Government Technical Institute, the Guyana Industrial Training Center, and even the police force.
We understand what it is to have some skill to earn for yourself. And, you know, some of them, as a matter of fact, from these same groups, are now policemen and women.
Commander Chapman believes that sending young men and women to prison is not feasible. He said that the Guyana Police Force has been playing its role to keep young people away from crime and out of the prison system.
The Guyana Police Force see the need to assist these youths. Because it's not always the best thing to have a youth going up the court steps every day on a charge, simple larceny or something. No, we don't really want it. We try our best to avoid that. And that's why we have these interventions.
The Guyana Police Force has hundreds of youth groups throughout the country targeting youths from as young as 5 years old. They are involved in various activities such as sports, reading, mathematics, and skills training. Isaiah Braffett for InfoHub.
The American Chamber of Commerce Guyana last evening opened their office at the Marriott Hotel Guyana. The reception was also held to welcome the newly accredited U.S. Ambassador to Guyana, Sarah Ann Lynch.
Newly accredited U.S. Ambassador to Guyana, Sarah Ann Lynch, was the guest of honor at a reception to officially welcome her to the country.
Given the increased relevance of Guyana in the international community, President of the American Chamber of Commerce, Zulfikar Ali, explained that since the launch in August 2018, AmCham already has 45 active members.
Since the launching of the Chamber, we are proud to have received over 45 active members, with 7 committees through which our members can participate and contribute to the development of the organization, share ideas of economic growth between Guyana and the United States, and express and brainstorm solutions of concerns affecting their businesses.
Ambassador Lynch, during her remarks, explained that she is elated to engage the local AmCham so as to promote and create bilateral trade, business opportunities, and partnerships.
I'm thrilled to be able to engage with local AmCham right from the start of my tenure. Globally, AmChams promote and create bilateral trade, business opportunities, and partnerships. These objectives are also among my top priorities for the U.S. mission, so it's very gratifying to have a local partner committed to the same goals. We see a long future of continued economic cooperation between the United States and Guyana, and we'll do all we can to expand economic opportunities and promote growth across all sectors.
The reception was hosted by the American Chamber of Commerce of Guyana, AmCham, a voluntary association aimed at promoting trade and business between the United States of America and Guyana. Ambassador Lynch presented her credentials to President David Granger on March 13, 2019. Reporting from the Guyana Marriott, with videographer Kareem Peters, Rebecca Ganesh, InfoHub.
For years, residents of the Mount Sinai Angois Avenue constituency were left in darkness. This was despite continual petitions to the previous administration for streetlights. Those days are now over.
Well, when I came, to be frank, opposite me, the post immediately to my residence there had a light, a street light, which I was made to understand was there by the town council. But then when the government changed, when the PVP won the election and so on, the GPL people came and took it off.
That was Eustace McCalman, a resident of Stanleytown for over 30 years. McCalman was out and about with a few other persons along the streets of his village, which is now well lit thanks to a joint initiative between the New Amsterdam Mayor and Town Council and the Ministry of Public Infrastructure to light up the region. Speaking on behalf of the gathering there, he explained that it had been years that the area was in darkness and it took a change in administration for them to see any kind of relief.
From since then to now, only the other day when this new government come in now and the councils change and so on, we start getting lights.
Mr. McCalman was also adamant that this has allowed the community to return to a safer position as persons were now more willing to move around freely after hours.
If you see how the people coming out now, everybody glad walking out in the night now with their kids and so, as you could see the bread stand, people coming out now and buy the bread longer, you couldn't do that.
New Amsterdam and its environs are just the latest in a number of areas to be lit up. Reporting for InfoHub, Nikosi Bruce.
Look out for a special InfoHub Pagwe edition tomorrow. We take the opportunity to wish all of Guyana a happy Holi. That's all for this evening. Connect with us on WhatsApp, like and subscribe to our Facebook page for notifications, and subscribe to our website for more stories. You can also follow us on Instagram for updates. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye.